In the Java Platform Module System, JPMS, an unnamed module refers to a module that does not have a module-info.java file. Unnamed modules can access all exported packages from named modules. This is important to note. Unnamed modules can access all exported packages from named modules. If we expand the JDK library, we can see it is now divided into modules. At the top, we can see java.base module, and others continue after it. Can you remember our decipher class? This could be accessed in our pre-JDK9 project. That is the first lesson. We didn't use JDK9 there. Now, we can't access it because we are in JDK9 and above. Let's look at the error message. To summarize, it says that the package it belongs to is declared in java.base, but it is not exported. So while unnamed modules, our project at the moment is an unnamed module because we are not using modules in this project, but we're using JDK9, which has JDK9 and above has modules, and we're trying to access a package that is already organized into a module. So unnamed modules can access exported packages in modules, but it can only do that if the package was exported. So in java.base, it does not export the decipher classes package, so you can't access it. So it is a little bit tricky. Any package a module doesn't export, you can't access it, even though the class in that package is public. One thing to note is that the java.base module is implicitly required by all other modules. So you don't need to declare a dependency on it in your module-info.java file. You can still do that, but that is just redundant if you do. Even though we implicitly depend on java.base, you can only access exported packages like java.lang and others. Let's demonstrate this with another example. The buffered image class belongs to the Java desktop module. It is not implicitly required like the java.base. What I mean is, you have to require the module to access the package that this class belongs to. But how am I able to still access it? So I am using a JDK9 and above project, right? And I am accessing buffered image class. Now, buffered image class belongs to Java desktop module. How am I able to access it even though I haven't said I require its module? That is because my project is functioning like an unnamed module. And like I mentioned earlier, in an unnamed module, your code can access any exported package from named modules without having to require it. So all the exported packages in Java, it can access it. So this helps with backward compatibility. So unnamed modules have implied readability to all named modules, meaning that they can read all named modules without needing to declare dependencies explicitly. However, if you decide to introduce a module-info.java file to your project, you now introduce a named module to your application, and you will need to explicitly require Java desktop module to continue accessing the buffered image class. Introducing a module-info file in your project makes it a modular project. So, a named module within the context of the JPMS. When you add a module-info file, your project starts adhering to the rules and restrictions of the Java platform module system. Our module is named Learn Modules. And now we can see our code has an error. This is because the Java AWT image package belongs to the java.desktop module. And yes, the java.desktop module exports it, but we can't access it at the moment because to access it, we need to explicitly require it in our module-info file. This is very simple. We can fix this by going to our module-info file and requiring java.desktop. So instead of carrying all packages in the JDK, you require a module stating that you want packages in that module. Meanwhile, all other modules at the moment are not needed, so your application is lightweight. Now, remember that we don't need to require java.base, but just for this demonstration, I am including it. It is already automatically required without stating it. Now, let's say you want other modules to access your own package. You can enable that by using the export statement. So sometimes we normally might have different packages in our own module. Without using an export statement, no other module can access any of the packages. But in order to select which can be accessed, just like the java.base did, we use the export statement.